so much damage, quite a force to be reckoned with. And now you look at Fatality's team going off with the Link, as we're already talking about. And we have the Ganondorf coming as well. I'm excited. And then, of course, the trusty Falcon in the back.
Yeah. 3 characters that play at very different tempos, but can still be capitalized with his intelligence in terms of finding weaknesses in his opponent and really finding the hardest punishes possible. Meanwhile, Sho can be rocking with the Donkey Kong and Chrom in addition to his Meta Knight.
Oh my goodness, Sho just going off, and DK actually able to go ahead and recover. I got a little scared there, but Sho just exploding here in the first stock.
Oh my goodness, that is so huge, being able to take out the dedicated zoner of the opponent's team while you still have your heavy completely fresh.
Okay, now he's going to be able to go get it. Ends up going high. Did not want to put himself in a position to get dared.
Understandable, and the up tilt's now working out really great for him as well. Why isn't Sho using his DK in singles?
Now he's probably asking himself the same exact thing. DK is a good character, and yes, the sword coming out from the Ganondorf Fatality, evening up the stock. Yeah, Wizard's Foot actually a great neutral tool this time around. Comes out so quick and puts on a lot of percent, and Sho actually able to go ahead and recover. Thought he was going to be in a bad spot there.
Yeah, things were looking a little bit risky, but he's got still all the speed with the Chrom.
Oh my goodness. It messed up his tech timing. I think he thought he was going to go ahead and hit the side of the stage. Ends up going right underneath. Forward smash. Gonna do it. Evening up the stocks again. Now we have both of these players
going to their tournament mains now. Last stock, completely even. Just a standard tournament game, you know? Oh, but the double back air already a ton of damage, but Meta Knight gets multiple tries to make it back to the stage.
I like that innovation coming up with Fatality. Try to go in there with a single hit nair and the downer to follow. Didn't want to go for that knee. Hopefully he can get an air dodge out.
Finding himself a few up airs. This is where things really get started for Sho.
Oh,
he's such a good edge guarder. He's going to find the back air.
Shuttleloo barely made it back. We're going to get one more. No one's going for the tornado, but goes too high.
Yeah, good on Fatality to hold back at the last moment so he didn't get sucked up into it.
There's a drill rush, clipping Fatality there at the bottom. Another back air out of Fatality as well.
That's always been the Sho special. He always looks for ways to incorporate that move back in Smash 4, and it's still with him in this new game as well.
Barely getting away from that down smash. I did not think he was going to live through that G-pick.
Ooh, nope. All confidence going in for that grab.
And both these players so aggressive off stage, just trying to close out this stock. I love that from Sho. Just backed all the way up, but he thought he would get the shuttle loop. Not going to be the case. Fatality taking away that first game. Both these players with a smile on their face, moving on to the second game.
I mean, they both each like robbed one stock off each other in the previous sets. So like, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Basically, right now, what I'm looking at is who can cheese each other the hardest.
It's kind of familiar, you know. It's refreshing. But I assume they're both going to be going the same characters. The interesting thing for Squad Strike is when it comes to stage selection, because there's so many different potential matchups that you might have to play, I think it tends to be just more whatever the player's favorite stage is just in general. It's hard to make any further tactical read than that.
No, I mean, the most exciting thing about Squad Strike is being able to change the complete order of your team, and it's blind. You don't know who they're going to be picking.
Yeah.
So Sho could just start out with the Meta Knight this time around, although his DK did start out very nicely.
No, I'm going to be honest. I was like, I don't know if Sho's DK can still do it. Wasn't he mostly like ding-dong setups and stuff? They're like, nah, he still has it. Sho going with the Pichu instead of the Chrom. I mean, his Chrom kind of got waxed really hard last time.
And here we have Fatality leading off with the Falcon instead. Hope he can get off to a very early start.
I actually really like this Pichu pick the more I think about it, because we have both Ganon and Falcon on Fatality's lineup, and Pichu still has the edgeguarding ability of Pikachu. While
the only problem
really
is that
fast.
Pichu is really light, already sitting at 56%. A couple of good conversions out for Fatality might spell doom for this Pichu.
Oh, it's already... Oh, just barely whiffs the knee. Almost gets it.
Forward throw out from Sho, sending Fatality right back off stage, and there goes the downer.
Yeah.
Falcon off the board so early.
That was such a scary situation because he sent out the Thunder Jolt, right, which forced Fatality to have to do the early up B, and then he got hit by the downer right afterwards.
Yeah, that shield definitely looking like a jelly belly. Very unfortunate stuff there. Sho actually able to hold on, trying to get up from these neutral airs. Yes, he ends up just rolling in. Couple of up tilts.
Oh, catching him with the F tilt, preventing any further bleeding on his Ganondorf, and we have the same heavy matchup we saw earlier.
Sho gonna get that grab, one up air, not gonna go for the second. He tried to go for it, running off the stage, but Fatality so aggressive, ends up pushing a button, ends up getting a grab as well. Neutral air just trading. Oh, wow, Sho try to rise up with that down B. Gonna get clipped off from Fatality. Fatality doing quite a bit of work with the Ganondorf, that trade going in his favor.
Yeah, his Ganondorf is just fearless when it comes to the skies. He's so confident in his up airs and his forward airs, but he's just going to die right from the get-go. These guys are just killing each other immediately on the revenge invincibility.
Here we have it. Shows Meta Knight against Fatality's Link. The double hit. Let me get that pogo stick.
Oh, just all the time in the world once you block that first hit. And this time for the edge guard. At very least, getting a ton of damage there, 40%, but not going to be able to keep the ledge pressure up for long. Oh,
there goes the up airs. We're going to get a tornado. Yes, we do off the side. Fatality still able to hold on to that stock and show a little bit too aggressive off stage. Finally gets the back throw as well.
Yeah. Makes the call out for a low recovery. You kind of have to decide when your opponent is reaching that mid-range part of the recovery path.
Down tilt? No, Show actually jumped up, trying to go for that down air instead. Gets away from the first hit of that forward smash. His forward smash is on the mark, evening up this set.
That looked clean, just backing up just enough to get away from that down air, because otherwise it pokes your shield, it hits your shield right, and Link just bounces up, just completely harmlessly. Becomes a real challenge to punish on block. You got to just force a whiff any way you can.
Exactly, and even if he didn't make contact with the shield and he lands right in front of him, there's not a lot of lag this time around on that down air. If you are indecisive at all, Fatality or a Link player is able to go ahead and escape that scot-free.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of the nature of Ultimate, right? We were so used to in prior Smash games being able to play it cool and just wait for the opponent to press the first button and hit them out of it. But in this one, you have to be a bit more preemptive with your planning, right? You have to have already decided they're going to whiff in your face. Otherwise, nothing really comes through. Exactly,
but here we go. Game 3, both of these players sticking with the same lineup, but what is going to be the order? Okay, Fatality coming in with a Link first this time around, keeping the Falcon in the back.
This is actually very favorable for Fatality, because we saw how tough the Pichu was to deal with for his Falcon. Sho does still have his Meta Knight coming in last to deal with it in the edgeguard sense, but I mean, Pichu being able to survive against not only the coverage of the bombs, but this Master Sword, I think is going to become very difficult for him.
Ooh, Fatality actually has a bomb in hand. Going to take a start.
I actually really like this Pichu pick the more I think about it, because we have both Ganon and Falcon on Fatality.
Show just a little bit off the mark to try to make that work. Eating all 3 jabs. Fatality coming in with that forward air as well.
Pichu already in trouble at 71% against Link. That is actually kind of death percent.
I'm surprised that Sho didn't go for that downer. It looked like he was going to do it. Saw Fatality recover, but he just wasn't expecting him to go for the reverse hit. And speaking of reverse hits,
yep, just going to land that up B out of nothing, only at 57%. Fatality in a good position, but we've seen Sho's Donkey Kong be clutch before.
Yeah, I think against Link, it's going to be quite difficult for him to try to make some things happen. Link having that disjoint, especially just these projectiles, to keep Donkey Kong out of his zone.
Yeah.
Oh, great parry leading into that up tilt. Allows Fatality to land out with a down air as well.
Just getting that back throw, moving out of the range of the bomb and putting himself in edge guarding position, but not lining up the down air.
Oh, he tried to go high. He might get either down air himself. No, he's okay.
And the scoop, you always need to be careful of that. Link will push you will send you away in the direction he's facing when he does the up
Second time for his troubles as well.
Yeah.
Up tilt. No, he tried to go for the grab me, eating an F tilt straight to the face. Try to go with that down beat, but again, getting clipped.
The back air finally taking the stock. DK at 88%, but it is, again, the Ganon that comes out to play, and Ganon can perfectly kill DK right now.
Yeah, Ganon's definitely had the upper hand on Sho's DK until then. Oh, actually able to go ahead and recover, but trading hitboxes with the down air.
Yeah, I was worried for a moment that Sho would have gone for the suicide stock in that situation and forced the trade to the last stock, but instead tried to save his Donkey Kong a little bit longer.
Down throw, Fatality coming in with the Wizard's Foot. Not going to make any contact. Sho waiting for an air dodge, not going to get it. Going to eat a butt straight to the face.
Just going to do, just jumping down air at a shield there. And otherwise, we see how careful Sho is to keep his space, because he knows he has to make it past 2 powerhouse characters. He knows when he finds his openings, he can edgeguard both of them, though. So he's not in a rush to find them.
Sho playing so patiently, allowing Fatality to come to him and just whip punishing every move that he can. He took a little errant percent from that neutral air there, expected Fatality to really push some type of defensive option.
Sorry, F smash because, you know, it's safe.
Oh, he's going to get a down air and the up air immediately. Had to get away from... Oh, excuse me. That was such a beautiful frame trap.
Yeah. That was a very necessary tech by Sho, too. Otherwise, he would have been caught by that down smash. Catching the jump get up though with the shuttle, 120% against Fatality's Falcon.
Fatality just running in immediately, understanding he does have the invincibility.
He's got the fast man right now.
Looking to grab, but Show gonna get one anyway. Try to go for that dash attack, not gonna land. Here comes the rapid jab. Show sitting at 143 now, cannot take another hit. Forward throw.
The next one's probably gonna do it though. Show needs to choose so carefully here. Gets caught by the back air, still alive somehow. Yeah,
that was the most sour spot I've ever seen. Back throw, still not going to do it. Show is not quitting until then.
Yeah, I know he got caught by after his dimensional cape, so he never actually touched the ground.
Yep.
So he got
tried to do it again.
Yeah, and he used his air dodge, used his one jump that he had, and he was like, I'm fresh out of